that's how we're gonna reconnect our TVs now. So you can get rid of your cables or dish and connect to an antenna and get some really great signals for free. Now you don't have to get this technical, but if you wanna hit direct area of where most of the antennas are, go to a couple of sites. I actually went to www.tvfool.com, and they'll ask you for your address. It'll tell you kind of a printout of where the antennas are in your area. Where this is north, so north, south, east, and west. So as you can tell, mine is more towards east, because this is where Chicago is. What's happening? So it tells you the big bundles. There's a couple of spots here and here, but for the most part, you'll hit most of them here, and that's where you want to point your antenna towards. Okay, and that gives you all the lists of the coordinates and everything else. But that's too much information for me. I just know for the most part it pointed towards east, and you'll get most of it. That's kind of where I stop. But if you want to even get more technical, set up your phone or iPad to compass and kind of calibrate it with this while you're setting up your antenna, and you can actually be up there with your iPhone or iPad and kind of direct exactly where you want it to be. Okay? This is an old-fashioned antenna that I have installed on the roof of my house. It was here when we moved into the house, and I never really bothered taking it out, but you can certainly use that to hook up to your TV to get some digital signals, and right now it's pointing east. You can certainly use this if you have one in your house, but most likely you probably won't, because these are pretty old and outdated back in the 70s and 80s. You can get yourself some newer ones, more of a digital type antenna. Will cost you anywhere from about $50 to $400, but as you can see, and I'll show you the signals that you'll receive later on, that doesn't really matter that much what type of antenna that you have. The cable that's going from the roof of the house, from the antenna, I've kind of just channeled it here. You can see I've tucked it back in here where it's not visible, and I've made it channel up here so it's less, but you can see from here. Tuck that in there so you can't really see it too much, and channeled it down here where it goes here, come down here to where it comes in as a main line right here. Comes in as a main line, and this is the old cable line that I had that I just unhooked, and in place of that, let it go down the line that's coming from your antenna and splitting and going to the different portions of the house where TVs are. Now don't completely rip this out, because at some point you might want cable or dish. And I've got a couple of splitters here because one of them goes up to the second floor. We have a couple of TVs up there, one to the ground floor. By connecting the main line, I'm able to utilize and use up all the signals and split them all up throughout the house. So we just hooked up our antenna, and now the next thing we have to do is scan for the available channels of what we can get. So in order to do this, depending on what type of TV you have, it'll have different things, but in my case, I'll have settings. I'm gonna go to channel, and what I want to do is auto tune, and it's gonna go and scan what we have available so far. So it's gonna take a while, as you can see. So while that is scanning for available channels that our antenna is picking up, right now you can see it scanned 25 digital signals, and it found 31 channels so far, or 36 now. Now, as you can see on the upper top portion there, there's the antenna and then cable. Now it's scanning cable and antenna. It really doesn't matter because both of those are coming in the same line. So it might be picking it as cable, but it really isn't. It's both antenna. I don't have any cable hooked up to it. Okay, so it finished scanning, and my TV picked up 78 digital channel and 4 analog channels. So that's 82 channel that I got. So as you can see, so let me go back to settings here and the clarity of it. So the clarity is very good because it's digital signal. It's not like the old days where you get blurry pictures. Now, I'm gonna rescan this so that you can just be up to date of what channels are available, you know, once every 2-3 months or so. Just because there are channels that, you know, that just gets picked up and some channels that drops off.